Greetings, everyone. This is Audra Johnson, CEO of The Enterprising Woman, where we are about all things entrepreneur. I'm also your go-to and subject matter expert for small business startups, all things cleaning, health and wellness, and finances. Well, today I want to talk about your different social media platforms and the necessity of having some source of a social media outreach or platform for you to market your business, for you to sell your products and services, and for people to be able to locate you. Okay. Now, one of the first things I'm going to start with is, of course, your social media platforms that are free. You have Facebook, you have Instagram, depending on what you're doing and what your business is, or whether you're blogging or what have you. You even have this particular platform that I'm talking to you through, YouTube. You also have Twitter, you have Telegram. You have so many vernaculars and platforms that are available to you that are free. And so I just want to stress the importance of utilizing as many as possible. Now, listen, there are many out there, but you don't need all of them to succeed. But what you should always do is do your litmus test on each one. You don't necessarily, need to do them all at once, unless, you have the capacity to be able to handle the, feedback, the traffic, because you don't want to allow yourself to become overwhelmed because, you've started, and you've, kind of taken a little more of a reach at one time than you should. Then there is the wonderful website. And listen, you guys, we're getting to the point where, everyone at some point will initially get to that point. If they want to scale up their business, if they want to succeed, they will need a website. Now, whether or not that website is used to actually sell from or not, a website, it's just something that your potential prospects can go to feel like, your business is legitimized. It's also something that can be sourced once you scale up your website to SEO, search engine optimization. That's something a little different. I won't go deep off into that. But, your website is pretty much, just like, your business pages in a sense, because it's basically, your digital footprint that you leave for people to be able to see. Now, another thing that websites are, let's say, a plus for is, when people are looking for a certain business in a certain city, in a certain area, if it's set up with the proper hashtags, if it's set up properly with the SEO, search engine optimization, it's easy to be found. Because at the end of the day, that's the purpose. You want to be found with whatever you provide, business or service. So, when you go to Google and you type in a service, you'll see there'll be a page one. So the first set of businesses or the first page that you see, those are people that pay extra to be located. Okay. And that's through search engine optimization. Now, there are other things that can cause people to scale up and be on page one as well. I won't go into all that today, but if you're operating and navigating in a business, it's very important to have these digital platforms and have them because it really makes it easier to communicate. It makes it easier for you to share your information, whatever you're doing, whatever you're offering. Now, last but not least, it's the old school one. Basically running ads. And I'm talking about ads in the paper. I'll talk a minute about social media ads too in a second. But, an ad in the paper. That still works. It still works. The yellow pages and things like that, depending on where you live, depending on, whether you're in a metropolitan city, depending on what you're offering, there's no guarantees, with any method that you use. But, there's that method. And I'm going to use this example. There's an older person that I coach that has her own business. And so, she's really somewhat, let's say, not technologically savvy. And the thought of a website, I believe, generates a measure of fear in her. And so I've talked to her for the last couple of years about the importance of having a website for her business, because really some businesses without one, you end up doing what I call hustling backwards. Okay. Hustling backwards is doing things, let's say, an antiquated way, but at the same time, you want maximum results. So you can always, run an ad. You can, I believe some people have a fear of success when it's time to scale up to a website. Sometimes a lot of people have, a resistance for a lot of reasons. Some don't want to make the initial investment financially to support a website. There are different levels to websites. Then there's also the landing page. Okay. And that's a website, but it's just a landing page. And so one of my businesses is you go to my website, theenterprisingwoman.com. One of the first things that you will see is a landing page. You'll see a landing page and it'll show one of my businesses, which is my accessories, men, women, and children's accessories business. Okay. That's one of my many businesses. So right now I'm scaling that up. So that's the first slide you see. So imagine that slide. Now I have a full website with multiple stores, multiple advertisements in that website. But imagine just a website with a web address that takes a person to one page. That's a landing page. That's even great. It's not as expensive as a website, doesn't require as much maintenance as a website, but that's even great because it's something that people can go to. Okay. Now, back to the whole thing about, the ads. Ads, they cost too. And ads limit your geographical location reach. If you have a website, you're accessible to the whole world. www. Which we don't have to use that anymore when we, key in a website address. But for those of you that are around my age group, www. That stood for World Wide Web. So, let that settle in your spirit. But it's really important that you know and understand that, technology is not going to stop. Our new normal is not going back to the way it was before. And it's so important that those of you that do business, offer products and services, learn how to adapt. We all can learn more. It's nothing wrong with taking a course in technology. Learn a skill. Because at the end of the day, within the next few years, about 95% of the jobs are going to all be technologically driven in the marketplace. Now, there'll still be other businesses and entrepreneurial endeavors that, are not technologically, let's say, so to speak, businesses, but they're going to require technological systems behind the scenes to help them work and run turnkey. So, listen, if you have questions, inbox me, email me. A couple of people have emailed me asking for my business plan outline. Thank you so much. Those of you that don't know, I offer a free business plan outline that is to help an individual that has a dream or a goal and a desire to start a business, create the framework around that vision. Now, it's not a business plan, it's an outline. So once you complete that, you can feel free to reach back out to me if you have questions or would like to consult, or would like to go to the next level with me and purchase a business plan creation package. So nevertheless, everyone, I wish you a phenomenal day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.